Just sudden death's not going to do it.
Okay.
It's a 5-5. Easy, feeling pretty good about this game.
Cool.
What's going on?
I don't know. I saw Sheldon talking with.
Awkward.
So,
Go. Sure.
all right. Waffles fallen to 5 from 3 hits from the draining well. Takes out a storage land, and Mark redistributes the counter on 2 more.
Guillaume's got to deal with that guy.
Sudden death will buy him a turn. If he has it.
Smashy, smashy. 1-1 draining well to chump block.
Before blockers.
Sudden death. There goes the chump. No chump blocking for you. Mark Herberholz is on the board. Wins game 3 of this semifinal. Guillaume Wafutapa still leads, but now his lead is 2-1. Guillaume won the first 2 in the quarterfinals, managed to lose game 3 and game 4. Paulo Carvalho took him to a tough 5th game. I'd scare him a little bit. I asked Guillaume about that over lunch. He just kind of shrugged. I get the feeling Guillaume does that a lot.
They get some.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't seem. I mean, he was worried about this matchup, but he didn't seem that concerned. There's nothing he could do.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bad matchup. Yeah. You get any predictions on the forums how the semis are going to play out?
I'm looking.
So the question I had.
Oh,
was,
here's Sheldon.
Did somebody have Teferi in play,
Yeah.
and the other player respond to something?
I don't think so.
Because one of the Japanese guys out on the floor came up to me and said, because I was walking across he said watching on the coverage, he thought that there was an extirpate in response to something, and with Teferi in play. No.
It might have been response to Teferi. But
Put
I don't-
Teferi on the stack.
Yeah, I don't think it was while it was in play.
Okay. Fine. Good. All right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like any game we were watching.
Nope. No, Taveri came down, attacked 4 times, and then he's the main phase.
Yeah, Mark
got out of sudden death.
in fact, Mark had to take 2
Teferi in
turns
play.
Yeah.
to get to the point where he could sudden death it. He's like, I got a mystical teachings on my turn, tapping out.
Yeah.
Get the sudden death, untap, and then sudden death.
What was the? I mean, there was an extirpate in there somewhere. Before,
No, he
earlier.
extricated after that and before that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did. Wow. Yeah. No, you're right. You're totally right.
Oh,
So
interesting.
you want to grab Sheldon then?
Were we just not paying attention either?
I guess not.
No. I extirpated in response to a haunting him with Teferi in play. Yeah. Okay.
Game
Yeah.
player, and we'll continue on. Well, obviously we won't change anything. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Was that this game?
Maybe it happened while we were not watching.
All right, I'm going to put away the list of top 50 cards.
Too
Obviously,
distracting.
bad things happen when I look at it. I'm sorry. I guess we can be forgiven if we didn't notice it. Neither player noticed it either.
True. What we really need is Sheldon looking over the tapes again.
Well, we've got Sheldon looking over a computer right now.
Oh, he's typing on Perverholz's warning. Perverholz gets a warning for a procedural error there. But yeah, I mean, no way to go back and repair it. It's similar to which is very similar to the last situation, right? Kazuhiro Mori versus Frank Carson in that Worlds final.
Right.
Where both players missed the fact that, what was it? It was the White Dragon means skip untap, and then there was the Seedborn Muse that would give you an extra untap.
Right. I remember we were thinking, oh, it doesn't work that way, does it? And then we're like, oh, it must work that way.
Yeah, it must work that way. But yeah, they got the interaction wrong. Sheldon went back to try to see if there was any evidence.
And we had the great behind-the-scenes shot of Sheldon looking over the videotape.
That's right. Yeah, they had gotten the interaction wrong, but it happened. The game ended, so they let the result stand.
It's funny. I've seen people will talk about some of the mistakes that people make. Like, how could people be playing in the Pro Tour semifinal and make a mistake like that? That's how These guys have been playing how many hours of Magic over the last 3 days?
A lot.
And I mean, both of these players are playing grueling control. Everybody makes mistakes when they play Magic, even at the highest levels. One of the things that I think is really interesting to me is the ability to sort of shrug those mistakes off and to not be invested in them. Mark Herbold was like, oh yeah, I did make a mistake. What's wrong? What happens? And there's nothing he could do about it. So I don't know. I really admire the players who are able to work through their mistakes in this very kind of matter-of-fact way, hopefully learn from them, but I mean, the reality is everyone makes them. And I think you're probably more prone to make them after, something approaching 50 or 60 hours of Magic. So, looks like Randy just got an explanation from Sheldon.
Yeah, Sheldon just came over to make sure that it was clear to us and the viewers what had happened in that last match. So it's basically the same way it would have worked in the Swiss rounds, right? I mean, there's no special rules for the top 8 at this point, so the players made a mistake.
You're gonna play?
There really was a response while Teferi was in play, so Herbert Holtz got a warning, just like it would have in the Swiss rounds. It happens. Funny part is, might have been a mistake made because the players were playing too quickly, but I think we're okay with that. So here we are off in Game 4. Mafotapo leads 2-1. Needs to win one of the next 2 if he wants to go to the finals of this Pro Tour and play against Kazuya Mitamura.
It's interesting that players who come out of the Grand Prix circuit, I wonder if they're able to do better